In this wallet, I have an unsafe amount of money I shouldn't be carrying in here, and a debit card at my disposal. I should use this responsibly. Oh look, something I really want but don't need at all! What the The first find is a banger that I actually found myself on Mercari. And Mercari has a very useful feature called Save Search, where it saves your search and notifies you when items under that search go up for sale, which is how I got this crossbow. Not a great deal or anything, but crossbows have been pretty overpriced lately, so it was nice to see one around a little under average value price. And it's obviously not in good condition at all, because I can just, oh gosh. Yeah, it's cracked at the bottom, so I could just pull it off. That over here. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's definitely broken. In that condition, I'm not surprised. Pretty sure that was specified in the description. To Nerf Mending 9 it goes. Mercari Save Search scored me this complete clear recon, minus the magazine, 9 minutes after it was listed. $27 is a pretty good deal for a complete clear recon. It was the last clear series blaster I needed. Now I have all 6 of them. I just wanted to wait for a complete one to show up. But there's some things wrong with it. Good and bad. Good. Here's the stock internals. It had an orange ModWorks kit installed. Bad. It gets stuck right there. It doesn't work. Yeah, score. That kit is worth more than what I paid for this recon. I got an eBay box. It's from eBay, yeah. Kind of weird. So you know I didn't find it because I hate eBay. Stupid found this for me because he uses eBay all the time. In fact, he's confined to it. I don't know why his name is Stupid. That's just who I know him as. But he said he was going to buy this if I didn't. So right then and there, I made an eBay account specifically to buy this. I thought there was no way this whole thing would fit in there, but it did. Here it is. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, bullet streamlines. Complete Gear Up Raider. Oh, that sounds horrible. All the lube dissolved. It is in pretty good condition. It's a little scuffed up, but that's all right. How much do you think I paid for this? Take your guesses. $80? $60? $50 even? Try 25. Oh. Wow, I didn't think it would be that bad. Thank you, Stupid, for finding this for me. I know you would have bought it, but I'm glad you let me have a chance. Got some materials that will definitely help me with modding, and actually have been helping me with modding, because I got them recently. They're not all that interesting, but the last one is hilarious. First, I got some CPVC pipe. This is 1/2 inch. For whatever reason, my town did not have this. All they had is PEX pipe. So this is really useful. It's much harder and more durable. And I ordered it all the way from Texas, and I got a lot of it. I think it was 28 feet. And I got some 788 springs from Out of Darts, and these are great, and I didn't have a lot of great springs. I'm already out of sanity. If I was out of springs, who would I be? Just and? The last material is Amazon Basics 3D printing filament. I knew Amazon Basics for making batteries, which you know I love, and have basically advertised on my channel even though they don't sponsor me. Apparently they make just about everything. And now that I know that, I'm buying all of it, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. I don't think I've ever bought anything from OfferUp. OfferUp used to be Let Go, if you didn't know that. And I finally got something from there, and unfortunately, the seller never ended up getting paid. It canceled the order even though he shipped me the blaster. And it took me 2 months of back and forth conversation with him because he was having a tough time, and I feel horrible, so hopefully I can get him paid. Here's the blaster, though. It was worth it, definitely. Not only is it a big blast, it's a creamsicle-colored big blast. And it's in awesome condition. And it works fine. The trigger is perfectly sturdy in this one. I think because these are the last version, they might be more durable, although I'm not going to fire that too many times. But yeah, worth $10 for sure. Then I scored on Mercari once again, an hour after this was listed. It's actually a small lot, and it was $10. First is a dart tag vest. It is a newer one. The Velcro darts stick to. That is pretty nice. And 2 packs of dart tag darts with the Toys R Us sticker on there. I love that. One is unfortunately ripped open, and oh, the other one's opened too. They cut the tape. That's too bad. It gets better. A blue trigger sharp shot. These are worth something. That is absolutely worth more than $10 by itself. I have a dart for it that's missing half the Velcro that was in there. Woo! That is powerful. Very spicy. That's not it. There's another one. In its original box, complete with everything. It's not new, but it is all in there. And this is really rare, because if you have the original box for the blue trigger sharp shot specifically, all the blasters on the box art have blue triggers, including the Quick 16, which is strange because they never made that one with the blue trigger. All that for $10? Sweet. I've never owned a single AirTech blaster until now, and unfortunately, it's one of the rarest and it's new in box. $25 for that on eBay. Oozified actually sent the link to this in a Discord call as a joke because he thought it was really silly looking. I bought it instantly. Surprised the crap out of him because he had no idea. Oozified also sent me the link to this crossbow on eBay, which I made an offer for that I wasn't exactly willing to pay, and unfortunately the seller took that offer almost instantly. However, I'm not disappointed because the shell of this crossbow is in absolutely amazing condition. You'd think it would work. It doesn't. No matter. I've fixed several of these at this point. To Nerf Mending 9 it goes! Met up with a vintage collector today, in person, whose name I will not specify unless he's okay with that. I was working on a deal with him for I think 3 months, and we finally did it today. We actually met up at a Goodwill. Didn't find anything in the Goodwill, but what I got out of the deal was obviously worth it anyway. So, this was the main part of it. This is all I really wanted. 2 crossbows. I have a problem. Yeah, look at that price. That was what I paid for the last crossbow, basically, but that was for both. So, $70 each. You split that in half. That's pretty good, but they are broken and the shells are not in very good condition, but what does that matter? They're crossbows and I love them. Yeah. Then he actually threw in some freebies. I'm quite surprised by some of these, actually. Just kind of thrown in there. This is a little bag of stuff. There's some Adventure Force waffles in here, and I've been encouraged to try these darts for a long time. What are these? Adventure Force Pro Darts? I forgot what these are called, but apparently they were really good, and yeah, they're dead accurate, and I love them, so I may pick up more. And these are not actually going to be mine, but Oozified has a Wildfire that is beyond repair, and even though these internals have been sitting in an attic for a decade or more, anything is better than what Oozified has right now. Gosh, these are dirty. I'm not confident the rubber on that bladder is good anymore, but we'll see. I'm going to be shipping these out to him. Wait a minute, there's a homemade dart in there, I think. Yeah, that was in the cylinder. Look at that, it's a hot glue tip dart. Weird. Some absolutely pristine crossbow arrows. These are actually really good. And a couple vintage megas, actually exactly like the one that I found in another Nerf Hunt. Let's see if these stick. Oh, that one didn't. I'm actually really surprised he gave me this for free. I know he's got a couple of them, but still. I have 3 of these in box now, 3 of the variants, one of which is undocumented, I think. But I don't have a single one out of package to use, so I'm probably going to find that before I try to buy any more of these in package. This was an incredible find. It's a lot like the Ultimator, but it's a nicer, more modern version of it. These are much more rare, and this one has all of the ammo. It did not work at all, and that's partially the reason these are so hard to find, because they break so easily. But I have since fixed it, of course. I would not have let this just sit broken. It took so much work to fix this. I'm not going to summarize what I did. You'll see that in Nerf Mending 8. I'm just going to fire this and show you that it does work. Works excellent. And I got all the ammo for this. Not too banged up. You usually see these missiles dented in, and the blaster's in pretty good condition. That's a fantastic find, and what makes it even better is the owner almost threw this out, and I gave up on trying to get it from them, and Oozify jumped in and saved me, and got them to sell it to me anyway. Here's the other one. I have not opened this yet because I just got it today in the mail, and Oozify found this for me last week. I nearly impulse bought it. I did make an offer to the seller originally, but I have not seen one of these for sale that's intact in almost 2 years. So I didn't think I was going to see another one, and this one seems like a pretty good price. $95, what was it? I'm kidding. This was a freebie. I would not pay $95 for something like this. It was just thrown in there. But it's pretty cool. I like vintage, and I definitely did not have this one, as I don't have a lot of vintage blasters, so... yeah, what does this even fire? Obviously not this dart that was in the dart storage. It did not fire that. This might use micros. No? Really? It's a 20-year-old blaster, over 20 years old, so that's no surprise. Oh, look at that. That's why it's called the range shot. That is so stupid. Here's the actual find. A maximizer to go with my Ultimator, and none of them have the original ammo, so that will work out just fine. I was told this works, but I'm not even going to try to fire it, not just because I don't have the ammo, but it might blow the front off, which is very typical with maximizers. You can already see this one is badly damaged. I impulse bought this Expand-A-Blast off eBay for I think $10 because I've been looking at getting one, and I looked at it for about 3 days and finally got it. It's got all the parts, and the stickers are in pretty good condition. It does seem to work just fine. Shoots about 10 feet. It's horrible, and it's even worse when you have this barrel out like that. I wanted to mod it, but modding these is a lot harder than I initially thought, so this will be sitting in a bin for a while until I figure out what to do with it. Oozify found a link on eBay and sent it to me. It was being sold by someone that I had been talking to in VC on Discord the night before, so making an offer definitely went in my favor because they took it without countering it. And it was already a pretty good deal. And they threw in a bunch of other stuff with it, but this was what I really wanted. A Gear Up Recon with everything. It's all there, and I'm pretty sure this is the original magazine that came with it. These are really rare in the United States, which is where I'm from. It works pretty well. I'm tempted to throw that kit that was in the clear Recon in here because this is that more solid, opaque plastic. I'll think about it. Then there was a bunch of freebies, but there was one other blaster, and I will show that one. It's an Airzone Quickfire 12 with both cylinders. I think it had 10 out of the 12 darts, and it works just fine. Oozify really wants this, and I think I'm going to give it to him because I have no use for it. That is so cool, though. Look at that. Snagged this Whiteout Night Finder off eBay. It was kind of a toss-up in terms of condition, but the thing looks brand new. Barely got a scratch on it. Fires just fine. I did test the light out and it works, but I'm not going to leave batteries in it. I want to show this before I open it because I thought it was hilarious, and this is a new one to me. I walked past this 3 times because I thought it was just a folded up empty Sam's Club box until I picked it up and looked at it from that angle. There's something in there. I think the seller did this to make this box compact and completely minimize any extra volume in this box to downsize on shipping costs. There's no packing material in here. I can see the blaster exposed. And actually, yeah, this is barely holding together anymore. Well, here it is. A Koosh Vortex Tornado that I snagged for $10. And now that I'm looking at the amount of scratches on it, I can tell why the seller didn't bother to put packing material in there. I wouldn't have either. Take a look. Yeah, it is all over this thing. It actually doesn't look nearly as bad on camera as it does in real life. It's missing the sight. I'll probably end up using it for a project, as it does have sort of the silhouette of a crossbow. Homemade internals. It does work too. No rings for it. I don't know. Check this out. This is pretty cool. Not a lot of people know about these. They're normally called the Rotor-Rocket, but I got the National Geographic yellow one. And it's an air blaster with an absolutely enormous tank. However, it suffers from extremely, extremely weak plastic that doesn't even get stress marks or any flex before it snaps. So you can imagine what happened next. I pumped it about half the advertised amount, and the thing quickly became a pipe bomb. That's extremely dangerous. For the tank to be exposed like that, and to have the whole thing made of horrible plastic, it destroyed the shell, the pump flew off, absolutely unfixable. So yeah, that's why this was cheap, brand new in box. Please don't buy one of these, unless you want to almost die like I did. I'm so lucky it didn't hit me in the face, because there is still plastic all over my entire shop. I've never had an air tank explode. So that's a first for me. Uzified wanted me to buy these before anyone else did because they're pretty cheap for what they are. And actually, these are the better version of the Mega Missile because they have a double draw pump compared to the original yellow one. So I'll be sending one to him and one to Green. They both work. This one's a little sun damaged. They will both work just fine. Check this out. Ooh. So these are pretty cool. Never seen these ones before. I can't believe I bid $50 on this, but I didn't think I'd find another one, so I got a Whiteout Deploy that is in mostly functional condition. It seems a little bit old, covered in nicotine. Oh yeah, this is from a non-smoke-free home. Works great. Okay. Are there batteries in here? There's batteries in it. Okay. What kind? No corrosion, and it does work, so that's not surprising. There's 2 Thunderbolt Magnums and a Sunbeam. I don't normally buy ammo, but I really should, because sometimes it comes up really cheap. I got this bag of 2nd generation, kind of reddish white Vortex discs. This was $10 for this bag, and I counted them. There's 92 in here. So that's more Vortex discs than I already have, and I'm gonna go combine them and probably fill this entire bag to the top. Yep. Broken bow arms. Did I not say I was gonna hoard these? Because I'm pretty sure I did about 2 years ago now, and yeah, I'm doing it. This year I am really purging on buying crossbows, and this one doesn't work in pretty much the same way a lot of my other ones did. Can you imagine how many of these got thrown in the trash because of that? That's terrifying to think about. But this one's actually in really good condition. It's got a couple scratches on the paint, but look at the stickers. That is gorgeous. The box was really tight, but I loosened the blaster, so it should come right out. Ooh, that's in rough shape. Shit stains! No, I can't expect it to work in that condition. Oh! That shouldn't... Oh, the front is split open. What? That's all chipped and... The front of it is filled with dirt and dead bugs. I got this mystery box of attachments for $21, and the reason I say it's a mystery is I knew it was worth it pretty much no matter what, so I didn't even look at everything in here. Let's take a look. There are blasters in here, some little ones. There's an Alpha Strike Stinger. That feels cheap. A Nanofire. That's cool. It's in great condition. A 20-round Vortex magazine with some discs in it. And there's another one right there. And there's an orange 10-round magazine. I think this came with the newer version of the Praxis. Clear recon barrel. That's cool. It's recon stock. A yellow long shot scope. 2 recon lights. One feels like it has batteries in it. There's a sunbeam. It's silver though. They're normally white. And here's the one that's causing the problem. It's covered in rust. It's called New Leader. What else? Modulus long range barrel, I think that's called. And one of those Modulus barrels that you can attach as many as you want to. A long strike barrel. That is sweet, actually. I have a long strike that's missing one. A Raider stock that's actually in awesome shape. There is the meat of the lot, the real value. Barricade stock. Yup, it's not in good condition at all. Some of these edges are practically rounded. It's so scratched. I don't know what to use this for now because I wanted to give it to Oozified, but he just bought one of these in another lot a couple days ago. Okay. Still going with the accessories category, I got 3 35-round drums from Mercari. I offered $28 for all 3 of these, which seems like a good deal because just one used to be worth that much a couple years ago. Now with half darts and 50-round drums existing, they're really not worth that much anymore. I still wanted to stock up on these because they seem to be popular with my friends, and the fact you don't need to reload very often when you have this much ammo is kind of fun, especially when they work very well. I know one of these works perfectly. One is a little lethargic with the feeding mechanism, and one barely feeds, and when I load it halfway, it just doesn't load anymore for some reason. It gets completely stuck, and it makes some very weird noises. So I'll have to take it apart and see if I can fix that. I was searching for one specific blaster, but getting it by itself was more expensive than getting this cheap Mercari lot that I found. So I got all of this. $13, that's pretty good. What is it? Starting with 2 Mavericks. There was supposed to be 1, but I got a second one for free, so that's cool. These are in really rough condition. This first one is sun bleached. I was about to call it Tangerine Maverick Part 2, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm gonna call this one Concrete Floor, because it looks like it's been skidded on concrete. How do you even do that? Well, that has a tough spring in it. Did they mod this one? Oh, the slide is split open. Did they try taking it apart? Next is a plain old Recon with no attachments, but it's in oddly nice shape, which is interesting. That works incredibly well. What I really wanted was this Alpha Trooper, because I didn't want to have to use my mint condition one that's in its original box. This one isn't as scratched up as I was hoping it would be, but it's still got a decent amount of scratches on the paint, so I'll use this. The cheapest one by itself was $15, so I got all of this for $13, including this one. It's worth it. Oh. And now it's stuck. Those barely reached the wall. What is wrong with this? And now it's stuck again. What? Here's a Lennard Big Salvo from eBay. I think these are a little less common than the black ones. This is a red one, and there's more rare colors than this. I kind of regret getting it, but at the same time, I was interested in these, and you never find them as cheap as I bought this one, because I got an offer to buy it for $35. It appears to have 2 of its original arrows, which are green, and then 2 Big Bad Bow arrows that are beat to hell. That one's missing a fin. Oh no, really? Is it leaking? Oh no. Just the top and bottom barrel work. I don't want to have to fix that. Is it really? It's leaking.